Counterplay inside, picking his way back to the 10, to the 5.
It's time for high school sports, right here on your home for local sports, the NCWLIFE Channel. Today's broadcast is brought to you by August Edge Real Estate, Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, Confluence Health, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Doghouse Motorsports, Global Car Care, the Highlander Golf Course and Grill, JDSA Law, Laura Mounter Real Estate, Les Schwab Tires, One Way Construction, Pat Armstrong Ford Lincoln, Save Mart, Sangster Motors, Wenatchee Power Sports, Earthwise Pet, and Chelan Douglas Casa. And now let's get ready for high school sports. It starts now on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel.
And a beautiful sunny afternoon to you from Lee Bofto Field of the Apple Bowl. I'm Eric Granstrom along with Matt Wisen as we get ready for high school soccer here today, where it's the Wenatchee Panthers coming in with a record of 6-1 on a 6-game winning streak, taking on the 4-3 Moses Lake Chiefs. And Matt Wisen, they've won 4 in a row as well. What do we expect today?
I hope a good game. You know, they're as is typical with high school sports. You get in, you get a number of games under your belt, you start improving, and those wider margin scores that you saw earlier in the season tend to get a lot narrower come later in the season. So I think we're going to see some success on both ends. Wenatchee, I think, will have probably the upper hand. They're really finding success at every level of their game right now and really turning things on.
Of course, we had them here against Eastmont pulling off the victory on the road that I think should be a big confidence booster for them. And then Nia Hughes is just playing really good in goal.
Yeah, definitely. Nia is, well, she's kind of been bored back there this year behind some of her defenders. Olivia Bauman and company, some of the seniors have really made it easy for Nia, but she is very capable. I think she's probably she's my top 1 or 2 goalkeepers in the whole state. Yeah. And the rest of the attack is also finding their hunger for goals as well. So I look for good things today.
We're going to talk with both coaches about this matchup. David Vasquez with Wenatchee and Liz Bigger with Moses Lake on a sun-splashed afternoon here at Lee Bofto Field. It's soccer today as Wenatchee takes on Moses Lake here next on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Doghouse Motorsports just won Best Motorsports Store for the 7th year in a row. Is it the great facility? Is it the fantastic products? Or is it?
I'm Bobby.
And I'm Tamer.
I'm Mike.
And I'm Glenn.
Hi, I'm Todd.
I'm Jeff.
And this is the Doghouse Service Team.
Hi, I'm Dee.
And I'm Dwayne.
And I'm Kathy.
Come on in and experience the Doghouse.
Are you in the Doghouse?
By working together as a community, we can all play a part in promoting children's well-being and strengthening families. April is National Child Abuse Prevention Month. Chelan Douglas Casa is dedicated to supporting families and reducing the risk of child abuse and neglect. Join us in our community-wide Pinwheel project and help keep kids safe. If you suspect a child is being abused or neglected, please call 1-866-363-4276.
Pre-game show continues. Before we get to Moses Lake and Wenatchee, not talking with the Panther head coach David Vasquez. Well, you guys have ripped off 6 wins in a row, only 1 goal over that whole stretch. What's been the magic so far here, Coach?
Well, it's the intensity that the girls are bringing every game. Our defense is solid, really committed to playing out of the back, maintaining possession in the midfield, and then our offense has improved significantly, and we're finally finding the back of the net.
How's the focus? You only got 1 week left of this truncated season. The girls hanging in there mentally, even with a beautiful day like this.
They are. It didn't help to have Cascade cancel on us. Yeah. Midweek. It makes for a long week of practices, but we've been really emphasizing the fact that they have a great opportunity right now to set some records. With fewest goals allowed in a season. to also continue to get shutouts for Naya. I mean, there's just a lot that we can still accomplish, even though there is only a week left and no postseason in sight. So,
what do you expect with Moses Lake? You already faced them once this season. That was, in fact, I think the last goal you guys gave up.
Yeah, they're a good team. They're a good team. They got solid midfielders and they're fast. So as long as we stay well organized in the defense and maintain possession, we'll do well.
All right, sounds good. Well, best of luck. Keep everybody healthy.
All right, thank you.
David Vasquez joining us here on the pregame show. We'll come back and talk with Liz Bigger of the Moses Lake Chiefs coming up next on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Make being home fun again. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa has just what you need to bring fun back into your backyard. We have a wide selection of artesian spas and swim spas, new and used to choose from. We are happy to announce we are now selling Rainbow Kids play structures with 50 models to choose from. To help finish off your entertainment area, we have patio furniture and Komodo Joe grills. At Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, we have just what you need to bring family fun and entertainment to your backyard. Stop by today.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you're calling on 35-plus years of experience in the Wenatchee Valley. Spending extra time in your home, you may have discovered an unwanted aroma. Stinky feet, pets, who knows what. Call Dick's today about installing their Train Clean Effects electronic air cleaner or a Rheem Halo ultraviolet air purifier. Either way, the air quality in your home will be improved. Proudly servicing all of North Central Washington, call 884-6444 today.
Our pregame show continues here on the NCWLIFE Channel on a gorgeous day at Lee Bofto Field, getting ready for Moses Lake and for Wenatchee here. Liz Bigger joining us here now. Coach, you guys have won 4 straight. You've already played these guys. What can we expect from the Chiefs here today?
So we're looking for a little bit of redemption, I'm not going to lie. That last game was a little rough. We made some changes and, with such a crazy COVID year, our conditioning's back up to where it should be. We're pretty excited to get another chance at playing, and we know Wenatchee's always such a good team and strong and such skillful that, hopefully bring us to the next level as well while we play them.
You were the last team to score against Wenatchee. They've got quite a goalkeeper back there.
They do,
So
absolutely.
what's the secret there to crack it? Just you got to keep thumping, don't you?
Yep, that's what we do, especially we've got Natalie Bunch up at the top there, great player, and we've made a couple lineup changes, and we got a new forward up there, Olivia Waits, to go with her. She used to be one of our center mids. So we're hoping that between the two of them, we can distract them enough and get a couple more in the back of that net on Naya.
Well, I'll tell you, there's some teams that have to adjust because they're on natural grass. You guys play on the turf as well.
We do.
Is that help with your team speed, do you think?
It does, and we know the ball's going to roll fast. The turf's a lot nicer here than our field, but we practice on it a lot, so we do feel like we've got an even playing field when that comes to it. We know that we're not going to get any crazy grass bounces.
Yeah, which can definitely happen.
Yeah.
Well, best of luck here today. Keep everybody healthy.
I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
You bet. Liz Bigger joining us here on the pregame show. We'll come back and get you the starting lineups and kickoff coming up next on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Take on the new year in a new Ford from Pat Armstrong Ford. From premium grade muscle to unparalleled performance. Take on any payload. The all-new 2021 Ford F-150 at Pat Armstrong Ford. Take on any adventure. Take on every thrill. The all-new 2021 Bronco Sport and 2021 Mustang Mach-E. Built to take on every resolution at Pat Armstrong Ford. We are community strong in East Wenatchee.
Save Mart is the place to go if you are in the market for home furnishings. They have rows and rows of sofas, love seats, recliners, and chairs in a vast array of fabrics and colors. Name brands include Ashley, Best, and Stanton. With pictures, lamps, and tables to complement your new furniture, Save Mart is a one-stop shop. Save Mart offers 12-month special financing on approval of credit. Save Mart also offers free delivery, setup, and haul away in their service area. Serving the Wenatchee Valley for over 50 years. Located on North Wenatchee Avenue or visit online at savemart.net.
Apple Bowl as we are underway. One camera, one microphone so far. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but we're underway with Wenatchee in the black taking on Moses Lake in the white with the black numbers trimmed in maroon. Starters for Wenatchee, Nia Hughes in goal, Allie Clark, Holly Stegman Ureli Sanchez-Blanco, Emily Eckert, Olivia Harley, Piper Davison, Talia Hurst, Marissa Hurst, Greta Jarecki, and Olivia Bowman. Those are the starters for Wenatchee. Meanwhile, for the Moses Lake Chiefs, it's Gabrielle Vela, Cadence Martinez, Natalie Bunch. By the way, Vela is in goal as Sanchez-Blanco is across and, right on the doorstep where the Panthers there. But Moses Lake does a good job of turning the ball away, and it will go out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Wenatchee. Other starters here for the Chiefs: Kate Mounts, Olivia Waits, Isabella Huberdeau, Haley Throneberry, Sage Roylance, Lolly Murillo, Anna Rebel, and Gabby Avalos. So the starters for both sides just underway. First half here at Lee Bofto Field of the Apple Bowl, along with Matt Wisen, Eric Granstrom with you here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Well, Matt, early going here, Wenatchee with an opportunity, but Moses Lake did a nice job turning them back.
Yeah, good job by the keeper standing strong there and snuffing out that good opportunity. And it's never easy standing there watching that ball come flying at your face.
Definitely not.
And then taking it. Yeah.
61 degrees on this sunsplash day. A little bit of a high haze now, a little breeze blowing, but gorgeous compared to what we're expecting tomorrow with a huge windstorm coming our way. We'll enjoy the nice weather while we have it.
Yeah, it's going to be fun driving in that tomorrow for soccer.
Yeah, you're heading to Spokane.
I'm looking forward to driving back from Spokane through the teeth of that thing.
A goal kick here for the Chiefs as Gabby Avalos will kick it away here. And again, let me mention to my cameraman, Levi, you're the only camera, Levi, so important that you're keeping everything in sight here as Moses Lake will root it out towards midfield. Nice job of touch by the shoulder of Natalie Bunch. And Bunch on a one-on-one on the far sideline over there with Greta Jarecki. And Bunch, again, with a nice, strong attack down the right flank. And looking for somebody centered. She'll bring it back. And Wenatchee will have a chance to steal that ball away. And, boy, Moses Lake just kind of standing around, Matt, and watching Bunch do all the work.
She did a good job. Got by two very strong defensive attempts. You just can't, as a defender, as tempting as it is to stab your foot in there, you just got to kind of stay on your toes and move with it and close the space and not just reach for it. And then the player got around two stabbing attempts and almost they had numbers in the box, so it was a good opportunity. Just couldn't see that open player.
I'm talking with the head coach, Liz Bigger, for Moses Lake. She's changed the lineup quite a bit. She said that Bunch is in a different position for the Chiefs here in this go-around compared to the last time these two teams faced. And actually the last time they faced was the last goal that Wenatchee gave up in a game.
Yeah, I think they were moving her around up top a lot as they just wanted their strongest player on the ball a little bit more, and we saw what she did with it when she gets on the ball. She's quite a threat.
Little give and go from Harley to Stegman. The ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Moses Lake right in front of our camera angle here. As the throw-in, mighty strong by Avalos, headed by Olivia Waits. Now back to Avalos. Now a little two-person game here near sideline. And a nice through ball, but right there, of course, as she always has seemed to be, is Nia Hughes. We did get a whistle back behind the play, and it looks like we're going to get a free kick here for Moses Lake.
She might have got kicked a little bit on the follow-through. Referee did a good job of bringing it right back.
So Avalos will have it just on the Wenatchee side of midfield here. And a strong right-handed leg with that kick in, but a nice job stepping in front by Piper Davison. Now an opportunity for Wenatchee back the other way. Hallie Stegman crosses and a little bit too far in front of Talia Hurst. It'll go out of bounds and be a throw in for Moses Lake.
So today's the first day without having to wear a mask on the pitch. I'm sure these players are very thrilled with that.
Yeah,
with the new Phase 3 guidelines.
I should have mine on and left it up in the booth with our scramble with some technical difficulty, so I'm not in compliance right now, so I'll keep my distance, Matt. Wenatchee takes over possession in the Moses Lake end. A little slip and then a little clip of the legs, but play on. They were both playing the ball there. Nice job of intercepting it by Rebel. But then Wenatchee right back again as Allie Clark steps in, takes it away, feed Sanchez Blanco. Blanco with a feed down low, but a little bit too strong in ahead of Olivia Harley. It'll go out of bounds and be a goal kick here for Moses Lake.
Yeah, good play, just a little too strong.
Yep.
But good second player pass there, and she brings that in, which Wenatchee typically does in the second half. They get a lot more clean with their passing. That'll come through.
Wenatchee, a good job defending there at midfield on the goal kick, and they go backwards with it before they come forward. And Olivia Bowman on the near sideline working against Olivia Waits, who is checking her. Then Wenatchee will cross it over. Ladies in black on the attack. Sanchez Blanco feeds over right side. Now they'll come back to it as coming up is Bowman for Wenatchee, and a strike towards the goal. It'll sail wide left, however, but a kick at the goal from about 35 yards out for Olivia Bowman.
That was a solid kick, and just couldn't connect with those runners on the other side. Just a timing issue, and more practice, and we're going to be right there.
Yeah, how hard is that? And talking with David Vasquez, who was out for the Eastmont game, it's already a truncated season, short, and you only have their attention span for so long. And then he being a new coach, I mean, the cards definitely stacked not in his favor this year.
No, it's really difficult. You see these players for such a short amount of time. The players at high school level come from all different backgrounds, come from club where they have year-round chemistry, to players that don't play off-season.
Boy, Talia Hurst with a feed across, and Ureli Sanchez was right there. And a little dangerous play for Moses Lake. Chiefs are able to finally get it out of the goal in front of the doorstep there. And we'll ricochet it off of a body. It will come out towards Wenatchee, but then Cadence Martinez steps in for the Chiefs, and she'll sprint out towards midfield now, dribbling that ball forward. Nice slide there, and knocking the ball away is Hallie Stegman for Wenatchee. Far sideline, it'll be out to Moses Lake. We actually have some fans here today, and first time since we've been in Phase 3, we've been able to have a pretty good cluster of fans over on the Pioneer side here at the Apple Bowl. Good to see moms and dads and more than up in the crowd here.
I think they'd rather be watching us on TV, don't you?
No, not at all.
It's comedy hour here.
Yeah, exactly. Throw-in comes in. Caroms off of a few bodies, but Ureli Sanchez Blanco will intercept it on behalf of the Panthers. Bowman, her pass intercepted by Rebel comes up with it again. Tried to feed down the left sideline, but nothing happening that time around. A header for Stegman. The battle for the ball comes up to the foot of Murillo. And Lawley's kick goes out of bounds. And a few Moses Lake fans have also made the trek here to Lee Bofto Field at the Apple Bowl. They're on the near sideline. Wenatchee goes backward to go forward. And Matt, you see successful teams able to do that quite often.
Yeah, definitely. So many times teams just want to force it one direction. And Wenatchee's done a really good job of building through the thirds, and whether that means going back to get space and then coming back forward, or if it means just going route one. They've done a really good job, I think, this year.
Stegman will feed it ahead down the right side towards the corner for Harley. Olivia on the scramble, and she got enough of the foot on the ball to knock it out of bounds as the Moses Lake defender came back there, and it should be a corner kick here for Wenatchee. So first real opportunity on a set play for the Panthers, as the corner kick will be handled by Hallie Stegman. Right-footed kicker puts her hand up, and now everybody's ready. She approaches, and across the goal mouth it goes. And there were bodies there, but just nobody could put a head on it.
Yeah, it was a really good ball in and good opportunity there.
Nice steal on the far sideline. Now a feed ahead for the Panthers, Talia Hurst. It'll go out of bounds as she's not able to catch up with that one. What's the advantage? Moses Lake was talking with their coach beforehand, Matt, about how they play on turf as well. That's got to be an advantage when you're going turf to turf, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, more so than you have a natural grass coming onto the turf.
Generally, going from a natural surface to an artificial surface, it's going from a slower pitch to a faster pitch.
Ureli Sanchez Blanco can't quite catch up with that one as Avalo came and collided with her. No whistle. They play on. Panthers come up with a ball at midfield.
So ball control, timing, stuff like that really gets exposed a little bit on an artificial pitch, which is much faster.
Bowman across and outside it comes. And a kick. Oh, off the right, just a tad off the foot of Piper Davison. Boy, good look again there for the Panthers.
Had good movement on the ball, actually. Zero, starting to knuckle, just missed by maybe a foot.
We are having a breeze that we don't normally see here out of the east here today, and it's coming out of the east end zone here at the Apple Bowl. So maybe a little wind aid on that ball. Gave it a little more lift than she was hoping for. Well, Moses Lake normally has another player come in and do the goal kick. This time it is their keeper, Gabriela Vela. And here's Sanchez Blanco with a shot and goal.
Good finish there. Good patience by Wenatchee, not forcing it. And, great second touch shot by Miss Sanchez Blanco.
Ureli with yet another goal for Wenatchee, and the Panthers jump on top of Moses Lake 1-0 as they get the goal in the 29th minute here of the first half. Avalo ahead. Ball kind of catches between the hips of two players. Will go out of bounds off of Moses Lake. A throw in for the Panthers. And a nice redirect there by Stegman. Ahead it comes to Harley. Harley looking for somebody. She'll bring it back, though, to Bowman. Bowman roots it across. A hip check. Ball loose inside. Finally, Moses Lake gets a couple of feet on it. Now ahead to it. And defensively coming up, Jarecki will redirect. Well, there's Chiefs all over, but nobody putting a foot on it right now. Finally, they get it ahead to Bunch. Natalie by herself, but then picked away as the ball will be picked up by the Panthers. Good job back there by Marissa Hurst. Far sideline it goes in front of the Wenatchee bench, and David Vasquez over there hollering through his mask and giving some direction to his players and some encouragement on the field. That, I thought, could have been a handball there, Matt.
It kind of looked like it, definitely.
Number 5, Olivia Waits for Moses Lake. Looked like it was on her arm. Talia Hurst will chase it down in the corner, but will she get to it? No, it'll be a goal kick here for Moses Lake.
And we've had 2 crosses in from this point, about 25, 30 yards out from Miss Bowman. They've just been on the dime. Yeah. And it's only a matter of time till Wenatchee gets a runner behind that thing.
Again, it will be Gabby Avalos who will goal kick it for Moses Lake. Comes out towards midfield. Intercepted there by Piper Davison for the Panthers, but then picking it away is Cadence Martinez for the Chiefs. Nice job by Martinez. She tried to find Bunch ahead, but again, that defense back there on the back line for Wenatchee. Allie Clark stepping in front, and ball go out of bounds off of the Panthers here and be a Moses Lake throw in, but that back line, Matt, they seem to be rotating well and really serving the purpose.
They are definitely stout. They're communicating well, and their shape is about as good as you can ask for right now.
Yeah, it's just a picket fence back there, and it seems no matter what, there's a fence post in the way if you're offensively minded for the Chiefs here. Throw in far side. Ball's going to head up into the crowd here. No, you can't keep that ball, I'm afraid. You'll have to give it back, and they do.
Not like the old major indoor soccer league days with Preki and company running around Tacoma Stars.
Exactly. Far side, there's Bunch. Watch for Natalie. She's a talented player, but a nice job back there. Was that Allie Clark again on the defense? Wow.
She's everywhere back there.
Here's a kick, and it will go right into the waiting arms of Nia Hughes off the foot of Isabella Huberdeau. Nia with a heavy foot into it on the punt. It'll go all the way past midfield. Ureli Sanchez Blanco trying to head it to herself. Ball control, outstanding for Sanchez Blanco.
Yeah, she is determined this year and has just been a thorn in defenders' sides.
Piper Davison with it for a touch for a moment. And then far side again, left foot stolen away by Moses Lake. Talking with Coach David Vasquez before the game, I said, what is it about Ureli Sanchez Blanco? To me, you know, I'm not a soccer guy, and I will not pretend to be one, but I know an athlete when I see one. And speaking of Sanchez Blanco, with a two-person give and go right now, trying to feed it ahead to Allie Clark. Clark has been on the defensive side of so many plays here today. Wenatchee fans hollering for maybe some extracurricular. None coming, no whistle, and it'll come back out again. Wenatchee reset it here.
Yeah, I didn't really see a foul, just some physical play, but I didn't think anything really warranting a penalty on that.
Martinez trying to feed ahead to Bunch, and we got the sprint on in the back, and a nice job of clearing it by Jarecki. But talking about Ureli Sanchez Blanco, I said, what is it about her, Coach? I know she's amazingly athletic. He said she, in the off time when COVID was going on, just determined that she was going to work out, she was going to get stronger, she was going to work on her game. And he said, honestly, he said that she came to him after the Moses Lake game that they won to start this 6-game win streak. And she said on the bus ride home, she says, you believe in me. And I can feel that. And that makes the biggest difference in the world. And sometimes, no matter what athlete you have, if they know they got the coach behind them, that can make all the difference.
Definitely. Coaches, you know, that was a big win for Mr. Sanchez, or David Vasquez as well. I mean, I've had that kind of statement come from a player, and it means all the world to you as a coach, and it just makes you want to work even harder. And especially when you see that in your players after you show that belief in them and see them light up and work twice as hard, it's quite the special moment.
Wenatchee on another attack here in the left corner, and oh my, some pushing going on there. The official has his hand up. What are we going to have?
I think he's going to call a foul there. It looked like he was pointing to the corner for a minute, but
so a free kick for Wenatchee.
Might have just got an arm hook in there and drug the player down.
So over there to take the free kick will be Hallie Stegman, and kind of a shortened corner kick, if you will, from this angle.
I'd like to see a player come in a little deeper because that ball's going to go long.
Yep. Yeah, you're used to the corner kick, so that yardage would have been about right. It'll be a throw-in for Wenatchee here as it comes across and goes out of bounds off of Moses Lake's Marissa Hurst, or excuse me, off of Murillo. Oh, again, Wenatchee with an opportunity right there on the doorstep, but Moses Lake's able to clear it out. Bunch on the far sideline in front of the Wenatchee bench. Comes midfield to it, but again, Piper Davison having a good game so far. Active with her footwork, and they'll feed it back to Nia Hughes. Hughes will keep it on the ground here, and we'll try to get it to Allie Clark, but a nice job by Bunch to intercept and then reroute it. Look out. Bunch with the shot, but right there, Nia Hughes once again. And boy, I also talked to Coach David Vasquez about how nice is it as a news coach when you're trying to get the girls to believe in what you want to do offensively, what you want to do with your attack, and putting bodies in different places. How nice is it to have somebody like Nia Hughes back there so that you can take chances, you can gamble a little bit, you can make mistakes? And he says, unbelievably huge to have that.
Yeah, Nia is just an outstanding, she's just an unbelievable leader back there. Great goalkeeper. The confidence, you know, she's the first attacker to get the ball. Everything builds out from her. And with that confidence behind them, the team can just not worry about those little tiny mistakes and think about soccer.
Huberdeau replaced in the lineup here for Moses Lake by Anna Rebelia. We have Moses Lake throwing on the far sideline in front of the Wenatchee bench. Kind of a bright day today with this high overcast. Shading us a little bit from the sunshine, but temperatures in the low 60s, our nicest day of the year so far by any stretch of the imagination.
I'll take it.
Absolutely. Day to be outside, that's for sure.
As spring giveth, spring taketh us away. So tomorrow?
Yeah, 24 hours, who knows what we'll have tomorrow. Yeah. But how many times have we also had those spring forecasts of big wind and then it never happens?
I'm hoping that's going to be the case. Maybe I can become a professional kite flyer or something one of these days.
where it's assistance to you to have a windy day. Well, a little back and forth here. Ball comes up into the Wenatchee end. We've had this pitch tilted kind of in favor of Wenatchee here so far in this first half, but Moses Lake here the last few minutes have been able to get things deeper and at least give Nia Hughes something to think about other than picking daisies down there. Throw in comes in. Moses Lake backs it up as Murillo goes left side with it. And now it's cleared out all the way downfield. Nice route there as Aurelie Sanchez Blanco trying to chase this one down. Steals it away from Avalo. Now she needs some help from her teammates. She'll give a no-look pass over, and oh boy, she was winding up was Allie Stegman for the route. But
that was her range. She was willing to put a hole in the, getting ready to put a hole in the net there.
And a chase and a shot, and nice play by Vela. The goalkeeper for Moses Lake stepped right in front of the attack there by Greta Jarecki. Good-looking offensive set there for Wenatchee.
That's 2 point-blank shot. She's shaking this. Oh, man, I curl up in the fetal position when the people are coming at me like that.
Jay Jewell comes into the game for Moses Lake and will replace Gabby Avalos, who's had some quality minutes here in this first half. It will be a corner kick for Wenatchee, and doing the honors will be Hallie Stegman again. So let's see if the Panthers get a little bit better flow here. Ball across, and again, way too high for everybody, so it's just going to go corner to corner out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in or it'll be a throw-in because it was not on the in line here for Moses Lake.
Wenatchee could benefit from parking a player back in the back corner of the penalty box on those long kicks through, just to clean things up if they go long.
Ball come out of bounds here in front of us, and we'll be out to Wenatchee on a throw-in. Appreciate you joining us here on the NCWLIFE Channel. We had some issues with our broadcast gear here, and we've got folks that are trying to get it all figured out now. I'm not sure if we got that upper camera or not. Malcolm can whisper in my ear and tell me if we do, as long as I still have Malcolm connected back in the studios. Looks like I do. Aurelie Sanchez Blanco, she's got two Chiefs trying to defend her back there, and the ball came out, and right there was Lily Demas. I should say Demas. Lily came into the game while I was not looking there. Far sideline for Wenatchee and a little bit too far off the foot of Emily Eckert. Goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Moses Lake. Well, I'm not hearing from Malcolm, so I guess I'll assume that we still only have one camera working here. So Matt and I flushed out of the box above and came down below here to call it. Beautiful day for having to be outside, right, Matt?
Definitely. I've had worse days. Game in Kashmir comes to mind when it was like I don't know. We had polar bears walking past us.
It was early November or late October back in 2019, and oh my gosh, was it cold! It took me almost the whole ride back to town to Wenatchee to warm my hands up finally. And I had gloves on that day.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Yeah.
That was a rough one.
I don't know. This might be our first, at least my first field side game I've called.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not bad. I mean,
different perspective.
You can't have a bad seat in this entire house here at Lee Bofto Field at the Apple Bowl.
Good place to watch a game.
Time winding down here in our first half. I guess our clock is going down, not up. So forgive me if the one goal, by the way, Wenatchee scoring it, is a little bit off on the timing there.
It seems like every other game we get
it's
a
either
count
up
down
or
or
down.
a count up clock. I prefer the ones that count up.
Yeah, because then I don't have to do math.
Yep.
Now you're forcing me to do math.
I wish it was a true count up clock and it went to 80 or 90.
Right. Near sideline, Olivia Bowman looking for her teammate. Little give and go. Opportunity for Demas. It will sail wide of the goal, and will be a goal kick here for Moses Lake. I also do not have my sponsor read, so hopefully we got things rectified here in the halftime. We can go up to our booth, and I can be back in compliance with not being out here in the fans and such, and no mask on. Sorry, Jay Ainsley. Goal kick here for the Chiefs, and handling the duties this time looks like it's Gonzalez. It is. And Wenatchee just seemingly always in the right spots on these goal kicks. And again, the team in black comes up with the ball momentarily before it goes out of bounds on a contested ball over there. It'll be a throw-in for Moses Lake.
The last time we watched Moses Lake at Eastmont, Moses Lake was having similar issues, although they're not having to bring somebody in to take the goal kicks now. The keeper's doing that. They're having issues just clearing out or building out of the back as well. They can definitely stand to benefit from some pattern play in practice.
Sure.
So they don't have to think where their first check and their second check and their third check are. They know where those players should be, and they can just make things so much quicker.
Ureli Sanchez Blanco with a feed across and out in front. That ball's going to get away from the Panthers, though. Diving play by Gabriela Vela. Nice job by Gabriela back there, as there was a Panther closing quickly on a ball that was kind of trying to squirt loose over there. Ball out towards midfield again, intercepted by Piper Davison. Called her name quite a few times here in this first half of play. Allie Clark, though, the ball caroms off of Bunch, and Bunch with an opportunity, dribbling in front, looking for help, and the feed across, and right there again, Nia Hughes for Wenatchee. Good job defensively. Boy, Matt, you talk about fleet feet. Panthers looked like they were completely out of sorts there, and then suddenly there's 4 black jerseys back there to help Nia.
Yeah, I mean, Nia, that defense is definitely the strength of this team, and they've been clicking together for a while. Clark and Bowman and Nia back together. It's hard to get through, and even when you make a mistake, there's always seems like somebody there to cover for you.
Coach Vasquez was talking about moving a player, and a bunch again on the attack here for Moses Lake as it comes out to Martinez. She's trying to direct traffic with the ball. And Wenatchee right there again, and it's cleared out. I think Ellie Clark got a foot down to it again, and it will go back into the Moses Lake end here. But Coach Vasquez talking about taking a player and moving them back in a place that they hadn't been accustomed to. And I believe he was talking about Marissa Hurst. He said, Mo, you can help me, Matt. Is Mo Marissa?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm not always privy to some of these nicknames either.
But he said that she was more of a midfielder last year, moved her back to a defender this year, and it really has helped her game and helped the Panthers as a team, as well as she has thrived back in that position.
Some players with their movement on the pitch, you can just tell where they're better naturally suited for. Defenders don't always make good attackers, and likewise. You learn the game from playing both positions, but in a game you really want to be at your most suited.
And Coach Vasquez also talked about vision, and he said that her vision, that she had as a midi, certainly bodes well for her as a defender as well, because just her ability to be able to clear the ball, but also see her teammates upfield and be able to force that ball upfield. As Moses Lake tries to do that right now, the ball on a feed back to Bunch goes awry, though, for the Chiefs. Moses Lake will collect it back, though, as Huberto will come up with it, and it will be a goal kick here for Wenatchee as it goes out way left of the goal.
And your principles of defending never really change anywhere on the pitch. It's how you position your body to defend a player. It doesn't really change if you're an attacker or a defender or a midfielder. So those things translate really well. And as a midfielder, like you do develop more of a 360 perimeter vision, because you're having to look all over the field, whereas a defender, typically you're just looking forward, so that can make your job a little easier.
Feed across your near side to Lily Dimas. Again, Wenatchee on the attack. Here comes Stegman. Stegman with a beautiful stop. Now she's got some space. Now the kick, and it's a little wide to the right. Good job of footwork by Hallie Stegman. Unfortunately, not rewarded with the cash in there. But Wenatchee still looking awfully good on these attacks as they lead at 1-0 here with about 10 minutes left to this first half.
Yeah, sometimes your field of play is so tight, and you're trying to get past a defender and then a second defender. Things are coming at you so fast. And then as soon as you get space and the goal opens up huge, it feels like the clock is still moving 100 miles an hour, and you've got to force that shot when actually you can take a deep breath and place that shot a little better. Now we take a foul there, leading with the arm on that tackle.
Wenatchee still on the attack here as they took the ball in the forward third of the Moses Lake end of the field here.
We have an offside here. No, now we're going to...
They drop it?
Yeah, we dropped it as Moses Lake clears the ball, and we can rebuild.
Taylor Schoengarth was working with the ball for a bit there for Wenatchee. Now it's back in the defensive end for the Panthers. Marissa Hurst working with it against that of Olivia Waits. Now feed ahead. Here's a sprint ball as the Panthers try to chase it down to Emus. Stolen away here by Bailey Ritchie. But stepping right in, Hallie Stegman all over the field here for the Panthers. And we're going to get a substitution here. We will. In fact, the lady that we've been talking about running all over the field could probably use a break. Hallie Stegman will be replaced in the lineup by Greta Jarecki, who was out for a few moments.
Yeah, we haven't called her Miss Hurst's name very much, but she's also putting in her work back there and very calm on the ball today and making some good decisions.
Ball in the defensive end. Turnover by Moses Lake. Dangerous play there. And trying to cash in was Mason Hagem for the Panthers. Almost worked out exactly in her favor. Instead, it will be a corner kick for the Panthers.
Good recognition there by Mason. When the defender is on the ball and has their back or is facing their own goal, it's always a good time to put pressure. And she was rewarded by giving the team a corner kick.
Lily DeEmus will corner kick it here for the Panthers. Everything's been a little high. Of course, Stegman has done all of the corner kicks so far. This one is skipping across the ground and took a Panther advantageous bounce. Now a header out in front. Panthers get kind of clustered up in one spot there. And now the bodies collide as Bowman came up with it. And now across, and we got offsides going to be whistled here against Wenatchee. Oh, my. It was a beautiful feed ahead for Schoengarth. But according to the AR here, they were offsides for the Panthers. By the way, our officials today, Jaime Abarca is our head official. Jack Wierzbicki,
correct,
is our AR one side, and Jesus Cabarrubias is our AR on the other side. Thank the officials for coming out and spending a lovely Saturday here on the pitch at Lee Bofto Field of the Apple Bowl.
Yeah, Mr. Wierzbicki is one of the Wenatchee FC Boys 03 players who is, I guess the B03 team, COVID changed Mr. Wierzbicki's plans of going off to college this last year, and he did stayed at home and doing online for the University of Washington. And so he was able to stay with his team for an extra year.
Oh.
So that, the team has definitely benefited.
Well, good for the local
from
team,
his presence. Yes,
absolutely.
I'm sure he would have preferred to be off at college doing the college thing.
Yeah.
But
well, we've heard of quite a few that have had to take kind of that gap type of year, where online learning and not on the campus, and so many of the campuses haven't even been open for them to do so.
Yeah, it's been a challenge for everybody, but anyway, I know the B03 team has appreciated him being around a year, and he's a co-captain on that team, and his leadership has meant a lot to the younger players. And he's a great referee as well.
And those that play it should know it, that's for sure. And I've been trying to work ever since I became a football official years and years ago to work with Wenatchee Valley College to develop a program where you have those post-high school age kids that are still in the Valley that played a sport to kind of give back to the sport and be able to make a little pizza money as well in the process.
Yeah, I actually ran into one of my old players. Actually, I didn't run into him. I've been in contact with him since grade school, and he's going on to, actually right now he's working. He's post his 2 years in college, and he wants to be a coach. So I'm going to meet with him for some coffee here pretty soon, and bring him into the coaching world and have him give back to the sport.
How long have you been involved in coaching, the coaching element of it, Matt?
Oh shoot, I started coaching. I was an assistant JV high school coach for the Wenatchee girls team. A couple years after I graduated, back in 1990. I'm going to age myself a little bit here. So that's when I first got my introduction under John Spencer, and went off to college for a few years and came back and started coaching again back in 94.
Okay.
No, wait, I'll bring that back. Back in more like 99, 2000 age.
Okay.
Year.
Okay.
So I've been with coaching for the last 21 20 or so years, I guess.
So when we have Matt on as an analyst, he knows what he's talking about. And Wenatchee wide open, and the goal scored by Grace Coons finds the opening, and Wenatchee up 2-0.
Yeah, that's a fantastic finish there. But I do benefit from sometimes an audience that doesn't necessarily know their soccer.
Like me? Is that what you're saying?
Some of the coaching courses I've been in, you're asked to break down a game, and I can have a completely different take on it. Well, and sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong, but a lot of times no one knows. So
wholesale substitutions here for Moses Lake. They bring in 3 new players. Cadence Martinez comes back in. Clarissa Negrete in there as well as Jaslyn Gonzalez. So that is the substitutions for Moses Lake, and Coach Bigger here as Wenatchee up 2-0 and trying to stay on the attack again, as it was Grace Coons who had it there momentarily at midfield. The beneficiary of a nice pass inside just a few moments ago, and came up with the goal. Stepping in between here, the Chiefs are able to pick that ball away by Huberto. Allie Clark back on the defense for the Panthers, collects the ball back and will head it Nia Hughes' way, who will quickly skip it across the turf here at Lee Bofto Field, right back to Allie Clark. Up the far sideline with a strong left foot to it. It'll go out of bounds, however, be a throw-in for Moses Lake. So coming up at halftime will be Dan Kuntz is here. Dan, are we going to be able to go back upstairs? Okay, good to hear. So we'll be able to get some of our sponsor reads taken care of, which is currently taped down to the desk up above. And I could probably try to do a lot of those by memory, but no, I don't want to do that. Throw in on the far sideline for the Panthers here, as the clock says we are under 3 minutes remaining. Too much stoppage time here in this first half of play, so clock will be pretty close. Beautiful feed ahead here for the Panthers, and the sprint is on as Giselle Sanchez Blanco will try to chase it down, but if the field was maybe 3 feet longer, Matt, she would have been able to get there.
That was a great ball, and just good pace, and just missed that getting that and really putting pressure on. Good job by the defender too, because Blanco, she's got some pace.
Back into the game comes Anna Rebellia for Moses Lake, as the Chiefs will have a goal kick here as Vela brings it out. Wenatchee right there trying to steal the ball away again. Back it will come as Bowman will take care of those honors, and she'll feed it further back to Marissa Hurst, who again will get it up to Nia Hughes, who will root it towards midfield off of the right foot. And again, a feed ahead attempt by the Panthers. Here's another 50-50 ball. Who's going to get it? And Moses Lake will take it out of bounds, so it'll be a throw-in for Wenatchee, as we're now in the final 2 minutes of stoppage of this first half. We'll watch our official, Jaime Abarca. And looks like she stepped across the line there, Matt, on the throw-in, but no call. The official was not watching that, so another throw-in for the Panthers. Bowman will do so. Can they step on the line, Matt, or is it they have to be completely behind the line on those throw-ins?
I think they can step on the line, and they don't really get too concerned. They really don't get too concerned about throw-ins anyway, so
okay.
A lot of that stuff hasn't really been much of a priority.
Okay.
They call the really blatant fouls or foul throws, and that's usually they let everything else go.
Okay. Allie Clark in a foot battle out there at midfield with Bunch. And Moses Lake will come up with that loose ball, as the drive will be by Olivia Waits. And she'll await a teammate as she'll feed to Martinez. On a rare offensive end for Moses Lake here in this first half of play. I think really only one real shot on goal in this first half for the Chiefs. Battle at midfield, 2 bodies colliding, and the foot fall will put it out of bounds off of Wenatchee, says the AR over there, and so it'll be a throw-in for Moses Lake. So coming up at halftime, Matt and I will retreat up to the press box and get to our normal position for the rest of the second half as Wenatchee's up 2-0. Natalie Bunch, and we got bodies colliding, and they're going to say it's out of bounds off of Moses Lake, so it'll be a goal kick Here, will it be a goal kick or no? It'll be a
I think
throw?
we got a foul, actually.
Oh, a foul. Okay.
Yeah. When you see that flag go straight up and do a little twirly motion, that means there's a foul.
Okay.
If they go straight up.
The flag and the twirly. Is that the official?
I think that's the official.
Well, I do know the multiple whistle is the sign that a half has come to an end, and all Wenatchee in this first half so far as they lead the Moses Lake Chiefs by a score of 2-0. We'll come back with more at halftime after this 3-minute timeout. Give us a chance to get upstairs and catch our breath. You're watching Soccer Today here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Sure glad we went to Les Schwab.
I'm glad the baby's still happy.
Well, I'm just glad that along with tires, Les Schwab also does brakes, alignment, and a bunch of other safety services. I mean, if we had gone to a cheap tire store instead, I'd be a doggone wreck.
My thoughts exactly.
During the Les Schwab Spring Tire Sale, save up to $200 when you bundle select tires, wheels, and brakes. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
JDSA Law is a proud sponsor of these local sports broadcasts. They've been serving North Central and Eastern Washington since 1946. For over 70 years, their team of dedicated professionals has delivered quality, innovative legal services. JDSA Law partners with you to provide the finest legal advice and support as you navigate your personal and business challenges, risks, and accomplishments. At JDSA Law, they salute our local athletes and wish them well on another excellent season of competition.
Come on, I'm a certified technician. I was trained to take good care of you.
9. I've only been to the dealer.
I've been coming here for years. These guys are great.
Look around. The BMW, the Jag, the Volvo, they're all waiting for regular service. Well, the BMW has a little computer issue, but that's nothing we can't handle. Come on in.
From regular maintenance to computer troubleshooting, trust the Global Car Care technicians with your import, diesel-powered, or domestic vehicle. Global Car Care. They speak your car's language.
Dankeschön.
At Earthwise Pet, we take an all-natural approach to wellness and nutrition. Our professional certified groomers were trained by the best in the Pacific Northwest. Our staff here at Earthwise Pet are all certified in pet nutrition. We are here to help you select the perfect food, supplement, and anything else you may need to make sure your pet is living its best and most healthy life. Earthwise Pet, Nutrition Center and Wellness Spa. Online or in the store, we are here for you.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you're calling on 35 plus years of experience in the Wenatchee Valley. Spending extra time in your home, you may have discovered an unwanted aroma. Stinky feet, pets, who knows what. Call Dick's today about installing their Train Clean Effects electronic air cleaner or a Rheem Halo ultraviolet air purifier. Either way, the air quality in your home will be improved. Proudly servicing all of North Central Washington, call 884-6444 today.
Wenatchee Power Sports not only has a new owner, but an all-new attitude to match. Speaking of attitude, check out the 2021 models arriving now. Polaris snowmobiles, ATVs and side-by-sides. Yamaha motorcycles, watercraft ATVs and side-by-sides. KTM motorcycles and the latest edition Beta high-performance motorcycles. Coming this fall, a huge demo event featuring the latest and hottest off-road machines. It's all at the retuned Wenatchee Power Sports, where maximum performance is a way of life. 3031 GS Center Road in North Wenatchee, open Tuesday through Saturday. Once again, here to Lee Bofto Field of the Apple Bowl, where the Wenatchee Panthers lead the Moses Lake Chiefs by a score of 2-0. Eric Granstrom along with Matt Wisen here on the broadcast, which is brought to you in part by Pat Armstrong Ford Lincoln, home of the lifetime warranty. At Pat Armstrong Ford Lincoln, customer satisfaction is #1. Stop by today. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, great service with a personal touch. That's their commitment to you. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa provides a different kind of full-service care that gives their clients peace of mind. Visit their showroom today. Also by Chelan Douglas Casa, court-appointed special advocates for children, and Highlander Golf Course and Grill. Enjoy your day at Highlander Golf Course. A member to dial and stop. Give them a call today at Highlander Golf Course and Grill. Well, Wenatchee coming away with a goal early in this one in the 13th minute by Ureli Sanchez Blanco. And then Grace Coons, the beneficiary of a beautiful pass and being in the right place at the right time for the Panthers. I think that was about in the 36th minute of that first half, we'll say. And Wenatchee up 2-0. And you got to give credit to the Panthers again offensively. I mean, they've had certainly plenty of opportunities, Matt.
Yeah, definitely. They're peppering the ball around the field and looking at different ways to get pressure on that goal, and had a little bit of success. I think they're just going to keep building on that in the second half.
Talk about defensively, Moses Lake really had only a couple of few longer balls that basically Natalie Bunch kind of leading the charge there. I think she had really one opportunity on a goal, a chance in that first half. Nia Hughes, of course, has just been all over any ball that comes her direction. But that starts with that back line there, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Just Allie Clark, Bowman, and Nia. I mean, they've got lots of years' experience between them. The leadership, that they know what's coming. They know how to play. They know how to build. And athletically, they're a step ahead of most of the people they see in this whole year.
Yeah,
they're very good players. Natalie Bunch is a very strong player for Moses Lake, and she definitely is their standout. But when you're the only person there,
yeah, it makes it pretty tough. And then suddenly you're surrounded by a bunch of black jerseys.
Yeah, and Wenatchee's shape, I mentioned their shape earlier. Moses Lake has decent defense, but there's pressure, and then there's cover, and then there's balance. There's three parts to the defense. And Moses Lake's has the pressure, but the cover, the depth of that defense, the second person if the first person breaks down, to be on the ball isn't there. And where Wenatchee, they've got that cover. They've got the depth to the defense. And so when Natalie is able to get by one or two players, that depth for Wenatchee can continue to put pressure on Miss Bunch and eventually get the turnover and gain possession of that ball.
Yeah, it's almost like a revolver back there. You just got another shell in the chamber. You just turn the receiver, and you've got somebody else right there to back it up. Wenatchee on top by a score of 2-0 here in this first half of this NCW regional soccer match. I mean, the old days would talk about Big Nine. And what are you hearing, Matt, as far as back to quasi quote unquote finger air quotes normal come next fall? Are we going to have just a regular soccer season, get back to playing Big Nine? Of course, that all depends on where we are in the phasing and things like that.
I might go out on a limb here and say, yes, we will be back to normal. We're getting close there now. I mean, with no masks on the field, that's a big victory. Playing with masks is not easy. It really messes with your vision, and the players are always complaining about not being able to see the ball. And you can kind of see that the game suffers a little bit from there because they lose that. They have to look down, and they can't look up.
Right.
And
then also, I think there's part of that is a mental thing as well.
Yeah.
I mean, you just feel like somebody's, covering your face.
Yeah.
You're just not breathing how you normally would and things like that.
Yeah. So I want to be positive and think that next fall is going to be back to normal, and we'll be seeing more conference opponents like we typically do. The more vaccines circulate through the communities, and we can understand how to deal with this virus and not make it so potentially threatening. I think we'll be there.
Okay.
I'm keeping my fingers crossed.
Okay, let's write this down. It is the 27th of March, and Matt is saying back to normal by the fall.
Yep. Come August, we'll be back to normal. We still might not be, putting our fingers in some random bowling ball and then eating nachos right afterwards. But
my wife tells me all the time she's been walking around licking doorknobs, so she's healthy as a horse. Our broadcast today brought to you by Doghouse Motorsports, now featuring the full line of on and off-road Husqvarna motorcycles. Also by Sangster Motors. The American Challenge is on at Sangster Motors, home of the all-new Yukon SUV. 2-0, Wenatchee on top. We're back with more here at Lee Bofto Field at the Apple Bowl after this timeout. Hello.
My name is Brian Thorpe. I own Global Car Care in Wenatchee and have been here for about 25 years.
Brian started Global Car Care as Brian's automotive alternative on Orondo Street.
Some customers were following Brian since Brian's automotive time.
No, we're just grateful to be part of this community. This is where I grew up. We want to do our part to be a valuable part of this community. We want to thank you for trusting our business for 25 years.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you get 35 years of experience and customer service in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's friendly staff strongly believe in repairing before replacing and service all major brands of HVAC units. Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning is your local, independent, trained comfort specialists, proudly serving all of North Central Washington. Call 884-6444 today.
At Earthwise Pet, we take an all-natural approach to wellness and nutrition. Our professional certified groomers were trained by the best in the Pacific Northwest. Our staff here at Earthwise Pet are all certified in pet nutrition. We are here to help you select the perfect food, supplement, and anything else you may need to make sure your pet is living its best and most healthy life. Earthwise Pet, Nutrition Center and Wellness Spa. Online or in the store, we are here for you.
And welcome back once again here to Lee Bofto Field of the Apple Bowl. Just underway, second half action, as Wenatchee will be heading from right to left here. But first, left to right, Natalie Bunch with a nice attack here for the Chiefs. But Nia Hughes up to the challenge as she usually tends to be. And Wenatchee with the ball now up the far sideline. Deep kick by Olivia Bowman. And there's Ureli Sanchez-Blanco, who has one of the 2 goals in that first half here for Wenatchee. She will center it up, and then it will come back out. And here's a chip shot, and it's going to go through the goalpost for football. A little bit too much, though, for the soccer goal mouth here. And I believe, was that Olivia Harley on the? No, it was Emily Eckert on the kick for Wenatchee. Along with Matt Wisen, Eric Granstrom with you. Sebastian Moronga had other obligations here today. So you've got the non-soccer guy with the definite soccer guy in the booth. And happy to be back in the booth, by the way. We had some technical issues, so we've got some of that ironed out. So we're still only one camera here today. So apologies for that. Ball go out of bounds on the far side. It'll be out to Wenatchee on a throw-in over there.
The photographer down there just saw her light flash before her eyes as the ball was cleared out.
Centering kick here for Wenatchee. It gets behind the defense, and left foot attack and approach by Talia Hurst will be deflected out of bounds, and I believe we'll have a corner kick. No, throw-in for Wenatchee as the Panthers bring it in. And again, defending for the Chiefs is Anna Rebella. Another throw-in for Wenatchee. Back there trying to collect it is Piper Davison. Bowman. Far side, Stegman. Here's a shot from Stegman. Hits the crossbar and bounces out. Oh, my.
How many times have we seen that from Stegman?
Especially down at this end to the left here at the Apple Bowl.
That distance is just, that if there's like a perfect distance for her, it's about 25 yards out, and she just puts a charge in that ball.
Well, a perfect distance would be another 2 yards out, so
Yeah,
it wouldn't hit the crossbar. This one's going to go on the inline, so it'll be a goal kick here for Moses Lake. Our broadcast on the NCWLIFE Channel brought to you in part by Wenatchee Power Sports, now featuring Polaris, Yamaha, KTM, and Beta Sales, Parts, and Service. Gabriela Vela back there in goal for Moses Lake. Wenatchee trying to intercept that goal kick. And over there battling is Olivia Harley for the Panthers. Defending is Huberdeau. She'll kick it out of bounds. Throw in for the Panthers. Bowman throws it in. Will collect it back. And another opportunity for Wenatchee. The ball loose out in front, and it will go. It's still alive, still alive. Sanchez Blanco with it. She'll back it out, and then they try to feed right back to her. Panthers bring it out even further. Davison with it. Davison one-on-one, and a nice job defending by Martinez for Moses Lake. Now the Chiefs with an opportunity back the other way, but Wenatchee stepping in front. There's Allie Clark again. The insurance for the Panthers paid through Allie Clark's feet. It looked like Natalie Bunch was going to have a breakaway opportunity.
Yeah, she could have. She got her head up a little early. She would have seen she had some relief on her left side. Chose to keep that ball, and then Wenatchee did a good job of just containing her and letting that ball play across the touchline.
Nia Hughes with a goal kick here for the Panthers. Good boot again out towards midfield. Panthers come up with it. And here we go again with Stegman. Stegman. Oh, she was setting herself up. Did not know she had a player to her shoulder, and now we're going to get a whistle and a foul. And looks like it's going to come for the Chiefs on a free kick here. I didn't see what happened there,
Well, it came from an offside position.
Oh, okay. All right.
Hallie Stegman reminds me a lot of a player we saw a couple years back, who her dad has now been called back into action for coaching, Kate Springer.
Yes.
And same kind of leg, and we saw some cannons come out of Kate a few years back.
Nice
too.
to see John before the game here today and get a chance to visit with very pleasant John. Here's Sanchez Blanco, left foot. It will go wide.
Sanchez Blanco wide to left.
So one thing about Ureli is that it doesn't seem that she has a favored foot. If she's in position, she'll put herself in a position to strike that ball towards the goal.
Yeah, a lot of good shooters. Surprisingly enough, their strongest leg is their off leg.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, so I'm not sure why. I was talking to one of the trainers that my son goes to the other day, and he was telling me that strength-wise, a lot of times your dominant leg isn't necessarily your strongest.
Well, I wonder if that's because you're setting yourself up typically with a dribble and then a kick. If you are right-legged, for example, you have more control of your right leg as far as setting yourself up so that you strike it with your left leg. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Postulating as we watch here.
Can also come from the pull that you get, maybe from your dominant leg. That
sure.
Helps pull through your core into your not dominant leg, and you can get a little bit more power behind it.
Whip on it. Well, I know I'm very right-handed. I'm ridiculously right-handed. But for some reason, when I play pool, I shoot with my left hand. My right hand is my aiming hand, if you will. Now, what that has to do with the price of tea in China, I have no idea, but
yeah, I don't know.
Part of the conversation here, anyway.
I'm, when I shoot,
firearm, firearm, I'm right-handed.
I'm right-handed.
I'm right-eye dominant, so I have to aim with my right eye.
I aim with my left, but I think I'm right-eye dominant, too. I don't know.
That's interesting. Well, the Panthers trying to be dead-eye dominant right here on a kick from over in the corner by Talia Hurst. It will go a little bit wide left and be a goal kick here for the Moses Lake Chiefs. Wenatchee on top in control, 2-0 in this matchup of two teams from the Big Nine. And we talk about how it's regional for the sports teams in North Central Washington. They are grouped together by county because of the phasing plan and the Healthy Washington plan. And so Grant County, Chelan and Douglas County, and Okanagan County all grouped together as far as schools are concerned. And so the Big Nine still exists. It's just not in existence this year for all intents and purposes because of the regional setup for the Healthy Washington.
Yeah, I remember back in the day when Walla Walla was part of the Big Nine.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That made for some lovely long field trips in a school bus back then. We didn't have charters, and I'm really aging myself on.
And when it was actually 9 teams in the 9 schools in the Big Nine. Wenatchee again retreating here defensively as chasing it down as Marissa Hurst. Good footwork over on the far side. Bowman strikes it, and it collides off of Chief, and now ahead. Here's a good opportunity for Wenatchee on the far side. Centering kick. Ureli Sanchez-Blanco has a go behind her, but then following with a left-handed foot, and the ball loose out front, and Chiefs are going to cover. Nice opportunity there for Emily Eckert on a ball that came her way. And, boy, struck well.
Yeah, struck very well. You know, as a defender coming up and you have a lot of time to take that shot, you see time and time again where their shots just sail a little wide, but she kept that ball down, and unfortunate that there wasn't a follow-up because that came in hard and the keeper couldn't stop it dead.
Chiefs trying to give chase there as Natalie Bunch was trying to get herself in a position to maybe strike towards the goal, but the ball, nice job by Wenatchee getting back and sent out of bounds off of the foot of Marissa Hurst. Ball comes in on a throw-in by Moses Lake, but then the Chiefs head it back out of bounds. I think it was Lolly Murillo, and that ball go off of her head out of bounds, so another throw-in for Wenatchee. Panthers up 2-0, trying to win their 7th straight and 6th consecutive shutout.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
I'm talking with David Vasquez on the pregame show. He said that even in a shortened season, we're talking about records for the Panthers program as far as least amount of goals allowed in a season, number of shutouts, that type of thing. Oops.
Yeah, I think this has probably been well, they've only given up 1 or 2 goals in run of play the whole season. It's been pretty dominant play, and they've gotten a lot of players. Even more important, I think, than the records. They've gotten a lot of players, a lot of experience.
Nice steal there by Martinez for Moses Lake. Took that ball right away from Ureli Sanchez-Blanco. You don't see that very often. But she was able to pluck that ball away, and Cadence sent it forward for Moses Lake. Chiefs have a throw in here near side as Gabby Avalos will throw it in. Panthers again seem to be right in the right spots on most of those throw-ins, but the ball plucked away by Bailey Ritchie. Near side it comes as Martinez had a foot to it. And now the scramble near side, and Avalo goes down. Looks like she's going to be okay. Panthers, Talia Hurst. And now a ball ahead back into the defensive end for the Panthers, and sending it out of bounds will be Olivia Bowman. Our broadcast here on the NCWLIFE Channel brought to you by August Edge Real Estate, your personal real estate agency with full service offered at just a 2% listing fee. Also by Jeffers, Danielson, Son, and Aylward attorneys serving the Wenatchee Valley with the finest professional services since 1946. And to chase that ball over towards the playground at Pioneer Middle School in the distance.
Yeah, there's no need to mess around when you're going to clear the ball. Just put it out. And,
yeah.
And she definitely did that.
He did that. There is no doubt. Both players or both teams are kind of hollering for maybe a little extra from the official, and now we do. And this is going to be a prime opportunity for the Chiefs from about 26 yards out, and doing the honors will be Cadence Martinez. So Moses Lake with a real opportunity here for a goal to snap that string by Wenatchee.
I think that was kind of a harsh foul, personally. The contact started, pretty far in advance and went on by both players, and the stronger player won out, but then he had to bring it back for a foul.
A trio of Panthers setting up the wall there. Here is Martinez's kick, and it sails way high, and no trouble there for the Panthers defensively.
Now we're having to go for it. We might be running short of balls here pretty soon.
Yeah. Keep kicking them outside the protective fencing here at Lee Bofto Field at the Apple Bowl. So they will have to bring one in over from the bench area. Our head official says, okay, we also have a substitution going on for Wenatchee, as out Talia Hurst, and into the game comes Lily DeEmus, who had a good first half for the Panthers. And Nia Hughes with the goal kick, stolen away by the Chiefs. Opportunity for Isabella Huberto. Ball go out of bounds and be a goal kick here for Wenatchee. Once again, into a slight breeze. Not too bad here. Actually, a very lovely afternoon in the Wenatchee Valley. Substitutions here for Moses Lake. In comes Jasmine Gonzalez. She's number 18, and number 12 is Jacelyn Redford. First time we've seen Redford today. And Nia Hughes with the goal kick. Comes up around the throat of Lali Murillo. Panthers, little give and go up the near sideline. They're going to be able to keep it in bounds. Doesn't look like it. Emily Eckert giving chase, but it'll go out to a throw in for the Chiefs. Cadence Martinez, who had that free kick moments ago, go way high of the crossbar. This one will carry him off of a Chief and be a throw in for Wenatchee. Ball comes in towards Piper Davison. She'll retreat it back to Bowman, and Bowman puts a heavy foot into it, and it looks like that one's going to sail out of bounds before anybody can get to it. Be a throw in for the Chiefs. Hey, don't forget, we have volleyball coming up later on today here on the NCWLIFE Channel, as the Wenatchee Panthers host the Eastmont Wildcats. 6:20 with our pregame, 6:30 with the first serve, as the Panthers and Wildcats meet for the final time this season. We're down to a week left of season number 1 officially, the fall sports season, if you will. And then we will go to spring sports season 2, and then to the winter sports season 3. Nice idea on the feet ahead for Wenatchee there by Mason Hagman. Chiefs step in defensively. Anna Rabella will send it out of bounds, and a throw in here for the Panthers. Good idea on the throw in. They'll back it up a little bit to Jarecki. Greta crosses the field. Good idea over there, but not necessarily the execution by Schoengarth. And so, no, they're going to say it touched Moses Lake last. Wow. I thought it hit the Panthers last.
That's what I was thinking.
Throw in, and ouch, that's going to hurt tomorrow. Hallie Stegman with a boot. And there was a leg of a Moses Lake Chief. I think she's going to be wearing the brand of that ball on her lower leg for a while.
It just brought back a dream I had last night. Unfortunately to say it, I'm still having nightmares about soccer, and I showed up to play, and I had cardboard for shin guards.
Oh, no.
Wasn't the best idea.
Yeah, the first time I ever came in any contact with the game of soccer, I was 3rd grade, and they were teaching us in our PE in elementary school about soccer. And one of the first times I went to strike the ball with my foot, there was somebody on the other side of the ball, and my foot twisted in a way that my ankle did not thoroughly enjoy. And that was really my last time ever playing soccer. I was like, no, this is not for me. I need to hit people with my entire body, not just a foot.
You remember those little milk cart things that we used to have in grade school? The little squares with the wheels on the bottom of them you used to ride around?
Yeah.
play funny. That was the last time I ever rode one of those after my fingers got introduced to the wheels on those.
Ouch. Ouch. Not good. A few substitutions here for either side, and stoppage will put the ball on a free kick for Moses Lake. Up the far side it goes. It has not been in the Panthers' end that much, but Natalie Bunch trying to change things here, change direction as the Chiefs trail at 2-0 against the Wenatchee Panthers. Two teams met earlier. In fact, it was the second game of the season for both, with Wenatchee coming out on top 3-1 in Moses Lake. The last time Wenatchee, by the way, gave up a goal in play was that game back on March 3rd. They have been pitching shutouts ever since, and so far so good in that realm here this afternoon. Beautiful ball ahead. I think it's going to get out, though, into the safe arms of Gabrielle Vela for the Chiefs. Good punt to midfield, but the Panthers are right there, and we're going to get, I think, a high strike and actually a yellow card going to come here against the Chiefs. Gabby Avalos. Was that just kind of a dangerous play, Matt?
Yeah, I kind of held her up as she's running through, and maybe it was a sporting kind of a foul, and that's what drew the yellow. It wasn't really anything too scary, but there also was a high kick there. I just didn't quite see.
Hallie Stegman will have it here on a free kick for the Panthers. We'll see if she's able to do something with it. She certainly has the foot to strike it. Oh, yeah. That is for sure. Well, you talked about this yardage, Matt. She's a couple of yards out further, so we'll see if this makes the difference.
I think she'll probably still have a go at goal and then just see a bunch of people rushing in trying to get a rebound.
The ball kind of floats, and giving chase with arms stretched was Gabriella Vela. She does not touch it, so it'll be a goal kick here for the Chiefs. Again, we have the clock winding down, so if I can do the math here, we are 60 minutes into this, 61st minute right now.
Yep.
Okay. So about 20 minutes left of this second half. Panthers trying to pull off yet another shutout win here today. Good crowd on hand to witness this one. And as Matt pointed out, first time this season the girls have been able to play without the face masks. How about that?
Yeah, that's got to be
welcome.
Little victories, they come. You know, it's odd with these COVID things, and you got to appreciate what you get. And this is definitely a bonus for these girls.
You know, and just being around all the sports, soccer, volleyball, football, I think there really is a deep appreciation by both players and coaches to just get the opportunity to play again. Beautiful footwork there by Lily Deemus on the opportunity for the Panthers. Deemus cross, and it will go out of bounds and be a goal kick here for the Moses Lake Chiefs. But again, that just the appreciation for the things that you had to do without for so long.
Yeah, an opportunity to do what you love. Also, something that players can have control over.
Yeah.
I think that's really important. They've gone for so long without having any control over anything they can really call themselves, except for what's in their bedroom or whatever. And you can express yourself on the field here and really kind of experience all that. And it's important for these players to get that opportunity.
Wenatchee doing a pretty good job this truncated season of controlling that bouncing ball out there on the surface at Lee Bofto Field and wherever they have played so far. Only loss this season came in the opener in a penalty kick shootout with the Eastmont Wildcats. They revenged that loss last week. In fact, a week ago today, winning 2-0 at Eastmont. And just 2 games left on the schedule here for Wenatchee after today. They'll host Kashmir coming up this week and then travel to Ephrata for their final game of the season next Saturday, and that will be it.
Yeah, they unfortunately, Cascade, were supposed to play Cascade last Tuesday. Cascade had too many injuries. They just haven't been able to train outside because of the snow situation in Leavenworth. And
yeah, that's been real tough for the Kodiaks.
Yeah, when you're confined to a gym, you just you're asking for injuries when you open it up.
Right. Yeah, you just can't stretch it out. I mean, I don't know how you could.
Yep. So tough go for the Kodiaks there, and I know they really wanted to play this game, and tough go for Wenatchee getting have one game taken off their schedule.
Natalie Bunch doing some fancy footwork, cross Nia Hughes, nice job by Nia. She had two Chiefs bookending her, and she was able to go up and get the ball, but her throw out, almost disastrous there. Yeah. As the Chief was just running by her, that was Cadence Martinez, who was, almost the beneficiary of a little oopsie.
Yeah, that wasn't intentional there. As an attacker, you're always kind of hoping you can force the goalkeeper into a mistake, and came in on her blind side and just got in front of that rollout with that ball. Could have been disaster.
Our broadcast today brought to you by Laura Mountain Real Estate, rated world's best real estate firm for the Wenatchee Valley in 2020. Also by One Way Construction. One Way is a premier custom home builder and general contractor in North Central Washington. One Way Construction, your project, your way. Gabriela Vela, another goal kick here got that ball out on a punt for the Chiefs. Chasing it down in the corner is Wenatchee, but it goes over to the Chiefs, and they'll just get that ball out of bounds on a throw in here for Wenatchee. Substitution for Moses Lake. In comes Bailey Ritchie.
A little better job in the second half by Moses Lake, not trying to build out of the back when that's not your forte. Just getting the ball into the middle third or attacking third and not messing around with it, because Wenatchee is able to put pressure on that and result in so many turnovers in their attacking third.
Ureli Sanchez-Blanco checks back into the game here for Wenatchee along with Greta Jarecki. And they immediately insert themselves into the lineup and into the action here. The ball going out of bounds at a throw in for Wenatchee. Bowman will do the honors on the far sideline right in front of the Wenatchee bench, and a fan base that is gathered here today on a sun-splashed afternoon at Lee Bofto Field. As we're winding our way towards the latter stages here of this contest with Wenatchee up 2-0. Sanchez-Blanco dribbling to herself with an opening left-footed shot, a little bit wide. And how she's able to just control that ball, too, as it came to her, is just impressive, Matt.
Yeah, great job of getting that on her feet and keeping it in close with the defender just on her heels. And to get it to turn, keep that ball protected, and get a shot off is not an easy thing to do.
Jay Jewell checks in here for Moses Lake, as Coach Liz Bigger trying to find the right formula here and make sure she's got fresh bodies out there. Ball comes out on the goal kick for Moses Lake and out towards midfield, where it's picked up there by Olivia Waits. Martinez. Sanchez-Blanco will give way to her teammate, Jada Casina. Ball back comes, and Sanchez-Blanco just can't quite put a foot on that from Allie Clark, and so it'll be a throw-in for the Chiefs near sideline. Header for Wenatchee, ball loose. And Anna Rebellia, actually Clarissa Negrete is able to track that one down for the Chiefs. 50-50 ball comes out of bounds here near sideline. It'll be out to Moses Lake. Lolly Murillo fell down when it came to her originally and then comes back again. They find Bunch in the middle. Bunch ahead. Nice feed. Panthers again, though, do a great job of falling back and playing defense. Allie Clark and company just continually, time after time, in the right spot. Here's Natalie Bunch again. Will collect it down in the corner. Crosses it over, and it'll take a hit off of a leg of the Panther, and then Nia Hughes right there again here for Wenatchee. Boy, it helps to be able to boot that ball so far, doesn't it? But also not just booting it as far as you can, but also having some control about where it's going, where it ends up.
Yeah, generally those long ones are a 50-50 possession, but Wenatchee's been winning the majority of those long.
Header by Martinez. Tried to get a kick away towards the goal, but Wenatchee right there to defend as Piper Davison was there. Jada Casina getting some quality time here in the second half. Sanchez-Blanco head into the Moses Lake end. Chiefs back it away as Anna Rebellia. Now a push from behind by Rebellia, and I think we're going to get a free kick here for Wenatchee. Definitely so. Back in comes Isabella Huberto for Moses Lake. Also back in for the Chiefs. Looks like 15 came back in. Lolly Murillo.
Good job by Greta getting that foul, establishing possession in front of the defender, and basically forcing that foul, and then giving Wenatchee possession.
Throw in for the Chiefs on the far sideline. As our clock says 11:34, again, it's counting down here in this second half. So we're coming up on we're in the 68th minute, if you will, of this contest between the Panthers and Chiefs. Wenatchee scoring 2 goals in the first half. Things have been kind of quiet here in the second half. A few opportunities. Crossbar clang off of the foot of Hallie Stegman. Still waiting for Hallie to maybe strike it rich here in the second half.
Well, she'll find it here sooner than later. That goalpost might need to be replaced at the end of the year, though.
I think it's dented already.
Yeah.
Especially back game here in the colder weather. Boy, that thing, I think it was reverberating for about a half hour. Very controlled fashion for the Panthers, although as soon as I say that, Olivia loses it out of bounds, so it'll be a throw-in for Moses Lake. But again, the Panthers just every throw-in, even when Moses Lake has control, Panthers take that ball away.
Yeah, their whole back line works very well. You know, and the defensive midfielders work very well together. They're shifting well, they're covering well, they're staying compact, and they're communicating very, very well too. So it's you kind of have to have more than a one-person show to really put a worry into this Wenatchee team.
Cadence Martinez will come out for Moses Lake, and back in will come Gabby Avalos, who had a yellow card minutes ago, so she'll, after serving that time on the bench, will re-enter the contest here with under 10 minutes to go in this one, with Wenatchee on top 2-0. Wenatchee throw in. Looking for Sanchez Blanco. Back it comes, then back to Sanchez Blanco. She's got an opportunity. She's got 2 players in relation. It skips off the crossbar and will head out of bounds. Nice job of spacing over there. Sanchez Blanco didn't have to try to arc that one in. She had 2 bodies to be able to maybe feed, but she tried the goal shot, and just doesn't happen for Sanchez Blanco this time around.
Yeah, she always gets hungry for that goal, and she's down there. Sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off of the scoring opportunity and look to see what else there might be.
Trying to square it up there for Wenatchee was Greta Jarecki. And then when we talked about Stegman, Thunderfoot over there on the far sideline, has a defender come and take the ball out of bounds, so it'll be a throw in for Wenatchee. Hallie's had an eventful game yet again here today for Wenatchee.
It might be a good opportunity to bring Miss Sanchez Blanco deep into the defense with her back to the goal, use her as a target, and then bring Hallie running towards her and take that.
Oh, yeah.
Bring the defenders to you, clear in some space as you're facing Hallie running at you, and then just drop the ball off for her to
kind of like a give and go in basketball.
Yep.
The kick by Stegman, by the way, went off of the face of the extended arms of Gabriela Vela. So it'll be a corner kick here for the Panthers. Most of these here in this game, I think this is about the 5th they've had, have gone high and wide. And, Matt, you see them kind of on the back side here, maybe anticipating that deep shot from the corner. Stegman with the kick. Line drive, and right there on the backside, Ureli, and it's in! Goal for Wenatchee. Ureli Sanchez Blanco with the left foot as that ball took a little hop on the corner kick from Stegman, and Wenatchee up 3-0.
Yeah, I saw Ureli hold her run there and come in a little later, and kind of as anticipated, that ball got through, and that run was able to get on the ball. Now we see a mass substitution, trying to get some more. It's almost like a hockey line change here.
It is. They came over the wall, and here they come.
We got our 3-0, and so that's max points, I guess. I don't know if they're doing the point thing for
yeah, since
games.
it's not Big Nine, you know, there are no playoffs. But why not?
But I think somebody's gonna deem themselves the champion of this season. I would
Regional,
imagine.
Yeah.
And they have every right to do so.
Yeah.
You know, they can make up the state championship if they want to.
We'll have 10 state champions across the state.
That's right.
You never know.
You can't prove them wrong.
No, that's true. Hey, we won this many games, and we beat everybody in our region, so there you go.
Yep.
See if we can get some of those substitutions that came in here, Matt, for the Panthers, and see whom is out there that we don't normally see. I see Grace Coons, who's out there right now. She actually got a goal in that first half for Wenatchee, and she'll collect the ball at midfield. One person to beat, and now comes up into the foot of another Panther. Left-footed shot there by Talia Hurst. Good opportunity, but just couldn't quite get enough on it. Gabriela Vela, the goalkeeper for Moses Lake, comes up with that ball. Ooh, my. There was a hit from behind by Natalie Bunch. Maybe a little frustration factor there as she'll run into the back of Giselle Sanchez Blanco. Free kick for Grace Coons. Nearly a turnover. Jada Casina will chase it down. Piper Davison, who's been busy today. Far side Wenatchee, Natalie Bowles, who checked in moments ago. Part of that wholesale substitution Matt was talking about. Now a feed ahead to Natalie Bunch. And, ooh, my, a little collision there towards the end. And that's a second in a row. We're going to get a yellow card for Natalie Bunch. And not just frustration factor for one of the best players on Moses Lake's team.
Yeah, I think she was looking to draw a card. She just kind of lost her composure and seeing a little frustration come out now.
So Cadence Martinez will come in to replace Natalie Bunch, who receives the yellow card, and it'll be a free kick for Wenatchee on the far side. Our broadcast brought to you by Global Car Care. Your vehicle is their #1 priority. Diesels and European cars are their specialty. Pick up and drop off available too. Stop by their website, globalcarcare.net. Another substitution for the Panthers. Lily Deemus comes back in to the contest.
Wenatchee just needs to work on possession now and spreading the ball out and making quality passes.
The ball went up into the stands on the far side, and they wanted to get a little youngster that was over there to throw the ball back in, so he does. So even a 6-year-old involved in the contest here today. Love it. Going to be a free kick for Wenatchee. It looks like Emily Eckert will do the honors on the Moses Lake side. And now it's just up to the ladies left on the field for the Wenatchee Panthers in these final 4 minutes to maintain the shutout. Panthers trying to kick it ahead. Giselle Sanchez Blanco got a little bit ahead of herself there, but we're going to get a free kick and an opportunity for Wenatchee. Piper Davison, instead of rooting it towards the goal, will play a little nicety here. Far side for the Panthers. Little fancy footwork over there by Taylor Schoengarth. Moses Lake comes up and takes the ball out of bounds. It'll be out to Wenatchee on a throw-in. Man, does it look like they're trying to work it for a certain player here? I know we've seen that in the past where maybe somebody that doesn't normally score, doesn't have a goal in her career or something like that.
Potentially. I think they're really working on controlling possession now. And
sure. Here's an opportunity for Moses Lake and a good break. And a nice stop, but Panthers trying to converge defensively. Battling back there is Olivia Waits for the Chiefs, and a nice hard hit. But Nia Hughes there again, skying over and making the stop off the kick by Isabella Huberto. Wow,
good job just keeping that ball in your mitts when you hit the ground that hard. That's not easy.
Yeah, especially here on the turf at Lee Bofto Field at the Apple Bowl. A little more than 2 minutes to go in this one. Panthers trying to maintain the shutout. Avalo, ball comes center. Panthers try to turn it. Deemus is there. Ahead to Martinez for the Chiefs. Now Avalo again closing, but Sanchez Blanco will lift it high into the air. And now battle at midfield. Collision with bodies. We're going to get a whistle, and we're going to get a little too much of a bump there for Wenatchee by Lily Deemus. So it'll be a free kick for the Chiefs. Substitution here for Moses Lake as Natalie Bunch served her timeout on the sideline after the yellow card, and she'll come back in for Gabby Avalos. The free kick, meanwhile, will be handled here by Cadence Martinez. The junior puts a good foot into it. It's ahead of everybody, and Nia Hughes right there. Sometimes those balls can be deceptive and can get over your head suddenly.
Yeah, it's not easy. My teams have been scored on that way before, and it's very frustrating.
Here's a ball ahead and a scramble for it. This will go out of bounds. Nice job defending that back there for Jaslyn Gonzalez for Moses Lake. It'll be a throw-in for Wenatchee. Get it to Sanchez Blanco. She'll back it up to Davison. Piper even further back. And now launching it ahead into the offensive end, where giving chase was Deemus. Ball hit an elbow. Piper Davison is there. Scrambling, so too is Grace Coons. Coons with the through ball. And Vela will take care of it for the Chiefs out of the goal. Final few moments of this one. Wenatchee trying to hang on to yet another shutout. This would be their 6th shutout in a row. 7th victory in a row with just 2 games left of the season.
Impressive throw-in right there.
Yeah, that went almost 20 yards on the throw-in.
Yeah, that was a good, strong throw.
Bunch. Through ball ahead to Huberdeau, and that's going to be the game. The Wenatchee Panthers improved to 7-1 with a 3-0 win over the Moses Lake Chiefs and continue their winning streak here with 2 games to go. Our broadcast this afternoon has been brought to you by Les Schwab Tires. Les Schwab takes your safety seriously every time you stop by. Also by Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, providing heating and air conditioning service and installation since 1982. Serving residential and commercial, they specialize in indoor air quality, installation, and service or repair. Also by Save Mart, shop smart, shops local, serving the Wenatchee Valley since 1962, and Earthwise Pet. If your pet had a choice, they'd choose Earthwise. We'll come back and wrap it up. Coming up next here from Lee Bofto Field, where the Panthers knock off the Chiefs 3-0. We'll be back right after this.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you're calling on 35-plus years of experience in the Wenatchee Valley. Spending extra time in your home, you may have discovered an unwanted aroma. Stinky feet, pets, who knows what. Call Dick's today about installing their Train Clean Effects electronic air cleaner or a Rheem Halo ultraviolet air purifier. Either way, the air quality in your home will be improved. Proudly servicing all of North Central Washington, call 884-6444 today.
My name is Brian Thorpe. I own Global Car Care in Wenatchee and have been here for about 25 years.
Brian started Global Car Care as Brian's automotive alternative on Orondo Street.
Some customers were following Brian since Brian's automotive time.
No, we're just grateful to be part of this community. This is where I grew up. We want to do our part to be a valuable part of this community. We want to thank you for trusting our business for 25 years.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you get 35 years of experience and customer service in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's friendly staff strongly believe in repairing before replacing and service all major brands of HVAC units. Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning is your local, independent, trained comfort specialists, proudly serving all of North Central Washington. Call 884-6444 today.
At Earthwise Pet, we take an all-natural approach to wellness and nutrition. Our professional certified groomers were trained by the best in the Pacific Northwest. Our staff here at Earthwise Pet are all certified in pet nutrition. We are here to help you select the perfect food, supplement, and anything else you may need to make sure your pet is living its best and most healthy life. Earthwise Pet, Nutrition Center and Wellness Spa. Online or in the store, we are here for you.
One more time around here at Lee Bofto Field of the Apple Bowl, where the Wenatchee Panthers knock off the Moses Lake Chiefs by a score of 3-0, along with Matt Wisen and Eric Granstrom. Goals came 2 in the first half, 1 in the second half for the Panthers. Ureli Sanchez-Blanco again continuing with her scoring prowess this season, as she scored in the 13th minute to put Wenatchee up for good, as it would turn out to be. Grace Coons would score in the 36th minute, and then here in the second half, Ureli Sanchez-Blanco with a goal in the 72nd minute, and Wenatchee goes on for the 3-0 win, as we mentioned. This is their 6th shutout in a row, their 7th consecutive win, as they improve to 7-1 on the season with just 2 games left against Kashmir and Ephrata Matt Wisen. Panthers just continue to impress, and they seem to continue to improve as the season progresses. Yeah, definitely. They're possessing now much better, and they're possessing with some kind of purpose. In the past, we've seen, or earlier on, we saw they had decent possession, but the purpose was kind of lacking. They weren't necessarily looking for ways to expose a defense and match their strengths against the defense's weaknesses, and now they're kind of setting things up and finding weaknesses and exposing them, and that's showing on the scoreboard. And with these shutouts, we mentioned, of course, Nia Hughes and her ability in goal, but it's also that defensive fence in front of her that just does a great job of backing up and really cycling through, like you said, with her positioning and everything else, that puts them in a good space to keep that ball away from the goal. Yeah, I think they're working back there as a unit with a sense of pride. I'm sure they're proud of their shutout record, and they all know what their roles are, and they're all, it's a well-oiled ship back there, I guess, or a piece of machinery, and it's fun to watch. Is it the Geico commercial with Mutombo right now? Not in my house. Yeah. Well, that's kind of what it seems for the defense here for the Wenatchee Panthers. They get yet another shutout here today. Thanks again for joining us. Apologies for our little technical difficulties. We've got a lot of work to do between now and volleyball tonight to get things righted as far as that ship is concerned. So that's going to do it for our abbreviated postgame show, where the Wenatchee Panthers defeat the Moses Lake Chiefs by a score of 3-0. Thanks again to Levi Day on camera here today. We also had Matthew and Gabe here as well, helping out, and thanks to them for coming and being a part of the broadcast. Josiah Davison, our line producer on site, and then, of course, Malcolm Whitehall back in the studios making sure the flips and dials and knobs are all in the right place where they should be. That's going to wrap it up. On behalf of Matt Wisen, I'm Eric Granstrom. Again, Wenatchee knocks off Moses Lake by a score of 3-0 here with soccer this afternoon at Lee Bofto Field at the Apple Bowl. Enjoy your beautiful Saturday. We'll see you again later tonight with volleyball here on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel. Counterplay inside, picking his way back to the 10, to the 5.
Thanks for watching High School Sports on your home for local high school sports, the NCWLIFE Channel. Today's broadcast was brought to you by August Edge Real Estate, Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, Confluence Health, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Doghouse Motorsports, Global Car Care, the Highlander Golf Course and Grill, JDSA Law, Laura Mounter Real Estate, Les Schwab Tires, One Way Construction, Pat Armstrong Ford Lincoln, Save Mart, Sangster Motors, Wenatchee Power Sports, Earthwise Pet, and Chelan Douglas Casa. Stay with us all year long for high school sports on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel. We now return to regular programming already in progress.